Hi, welcome to this tutorial on the count functions. There are a total of 5 count functions available in Excel, and in this tutorial we would be covering all of them. I would be splitting this tutorial in 2 parts. In the first part we would cover the count function, count A function and the count blank function. And in the second part of this tutorial I would cover the conditional count functions, that is COUNTIF and COUNTIFS. From an understanding perspective, the count function simply counts the number of cells which contains numeric values. Count A counts the number of non-blank cells irrespective if the value it has is numeric or non-numeric. And count blank, as the name suggests, counts the number of blank cells in the range of cells selected. Now we would be using the same data set which I have created in my earlier tutorial using a combination of rand-between function and VLOOKUP. If you have not gone through that tutorial and you really want to see how you can create quick data set for practicing various Excel functions, then please click on the link given above. Since we have our data set ready, we will see how can we derive the number of transactions each salesperson or each region has, and we would also calculate the transaction share of each salesperson and each region using various count functions. Now before we start counting the number of transactions and calculating the percentage of share, what we would want to do in this part of the tutorial is simply to focus on the basic functionality of the count function. So for that we would be running the count A and count blank function separately and see how each of these functions work. Now count as a function only takes the range of cells or individual cells which needs to be counted as input. If we want to calculate the total number of transactions our dataset has, we'll simply give any of the numeric columns as input to this function. We can see that we've got an output of 1000, which means that we have 1000 transactions in this dataset. If we run the same function on a column which does not have any numeric values, let's say sales area or maybe the salesperson name, we would get 0 as an output, since the input which we have given is non-numeric in nature. Now in order to tackle such scenarios, we use count A function, wherein count A is not dependent on whether the cell has a numeric value or a non-numeric value. It would count as far as the cell has some value in it or as far as the cell is non-blank in nature. So if I select the column B and just run this, it will give me 1000 as an output. Now let's say for example I have certain cells which are blank, and now if I try and run the count A function again on maybe the sales area column which does have the blank cells, it simply returns a value of 974, which is the non-blank cells. Now in order to calculate how many blank cells I have in my data set, I can run the count blank function and select the same column, and this would return the total blank as 26. Now that we have looked at how count A and count blank function works, we will stop this tutorial here and continue with the remaining count function in the second part of this video. Hope you liked this video. Do share your comments and questions in the comment section below. Also do follow this channel to access more video tutorials on various Excel functions. Thank you.